You don't have much left that takes gas anyway.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my shit out before a guy catches a buzz. Let's see. Spinning. Live.
Come on, there's always somebody early.
I know, right? We're only like
7 minutes early. And somebody's not here yet. Come
Lee
on.
Harris.
All right.
There he is.
All right, you got to turn your volume down.
I have a background noise.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, here they come. They're coming in bunches
Tim
now.
Southard. Priest
Lash,
Farms.
Tony Harrell, Tim Southard,
Mark Calmer.
Priest Farms, Mike Blake, hey there, what's up? Mark Calmer, Jamie Castilla, Todd Liebetrue Sr.,
Did they turn off Murphy's fucking internet in Australia?
Richter Farms. See that? We're getting a Florida Joe who just sent me.
Freedom, Florida.
Did Florida Joe send you on Instagram the pictures, or you didn't check?
Come on, check.
He's got a, I don't know, it's like an RC truck or whatever. On one side is your sticker, and the other side is mine.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it looked pretty cool. Carl's in the house.
From Brazil.
The racist be in the house. I just got called racist by someone whiter than I am. Yeah, well.
That's usually how it goes. Was it female?
Go on YouTube. Fuck, I can't remember, not now, but I can't remember the name of the Asian something or other the guy's channel was called. Anyways, it was these two black girls from ASU, I'm assuming Arizona State University.
3 times before I came over, yeah.
Yeah, bitching at these two white guys because they were in the multicultural section of the school, and that was theirs. The one guy goes, well, isn't white a culture? Well, she says, absolutely not. White's not a culture. Whatever. So, you can still hear. Which button do you push? Still hear my voice.
Mute. There we go. Killed it.
Brian Labor's in. Justin Rolfe, sorry. Jackie. Keith's in the house. Chattercat. Cam Richardson. Dawson Harris. TGIF to yous.
Yeah.
Brian Cater.
Guys got a monkey around.
H. Farmer 81. Carl says gay male who is with a black male. Brazilian wife might be shocked to know I'm a racist. She probably will be.
Right. What did you say?
She'd be even more shocked if you went off with the two gay males.
The boys.
First of all, are you sure they were males?
Right.
There's 70 genders now.
Yeah, you're genderizing.
You're genderizing them people.
Even though those other 68 genders don't get COVID.
All right,
Only males and females.
I see some of my blue wrenches are starting to come through. I went back to the last one and made some. I see Dawson's got one. Florida Joe's got one. Mike, you and Carl already had one. Ryan, you got one. I can't remember who I did. I did a half a dozen people, but I got tired of going through because you can't just scroll through the comments of the last one. If you go and watch the last live stream and push top chat, the comments go with, us.
Yeah.
So I can't just scroll through. Rick Bork's in the house.
Bork!
Doug Baum, Renee Wheatfield, or Whitefield. I don't know. I always just, it's one of the two.
Wheatfield. I mean, that's, Wheatfield.
Sarah's in. Zip and I are almost home to the big TV. That's right, grocery shopping. Hale Green, what's up?
I might have a couple of Tammy screenshots.
How come it's not telling us how many people are in on yours? That's weird.
YouTube's been fucking, man.
Just says 0. Up here it says we got 46 people in, 23 thumbs up. Jimmy shows 0, but yet it's showing me all you people.
That's retarded.
Josh Wellner, hey, I haven't gotten north yet. I'm still here just looking for a fuel tank so we can go on a moose hunt. Closest store is going to be 70 miles. Yeah.
God damn.
Richter Farms, Arizona making history today. Let's hope so. James Pittman, what's up, old timer?
I'm keeping my expectations low like they should.
Sorry, I keep my expectations low on all that shit anymore.
Because we'll get it right next time. Yeah.
William Hess. Mike O'Reilly, how's it going tonight, guys? Good. We won't even say anything bad about you, Mike, because we like you. You're here, Mike O'Reilly.
Mike O'Reilly. Like, all I can think of is O'Reilly.
Oh my God. You don't even remember the last 2 live streams?
No, I can't remember yesterday.
All right, Mike, I just got to say it, but we're not going to pick on you or anything. He's the one that said, what's it matter if we get the jab? It can't be that bad.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And I'm the fucking old guy. And this one can't remember dick. Okay.
We won't go there.
RF should be a red wrench instead of a blue hello, guys.
Well, I've got some evidence that it's bad. This is one tonight.
Well, I don't control the wrench color anyhow. That's screw tube, so
Yeah.
can't do anything about that.
Well, that's right. I think it was Michigan farmer.
Yep.
Might have been.
Michigan
He's like,
farming.
evening, because my video finally posted the next day,
Yeah.
like in the afternoon or whatever. I'm like, what?
Well, this still says 0. Yeah. Angleside Farm. What's up, Steve? Yep, I must have made you a blue wrench too. Betty, I made you a blue wrench.
We got all sorts of moderators.
Dawson, did you get the grain cart all set? Yeah, you're gonna love this. So I had the dealer out today. Now I had my buddy Scotty over here last weekend because he works for Moore Trench or whatever the hell their company's name is now. They've changed names so many times, and he's been working down in New York City, one of the lead mechanics. He used to work for John Deere, he used to work for Ag Dealer, and then for like 5 Star and everything. We fucked with that. We unhooked wires. I mean, just couldn't get it. Dealer comes out today. Takes his little tester, just starts sticking it down in all the little holes, the prongs and everything. Wiggles a few things, hooks everything up. The fucking thing works. So we take it apart. I got a new lead wire here to put in the other tractor so that both tractors will be ready in case one breaks down to be on the cart. That one works too. We could not make it not work after we finally got it to work. So what the problem really was, I have no idea.
Is it all that green paint?
All right, Steve, the blue wrench just means you can throw people out if they get out of hand. You can push on their little symbol there next to their name, their little emblem, and then it'll say block or report or shit like that. So
Put the boots to him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to understand my notes.
Carl says, I love when idiots try and lecture me on the vaccine because I can't give blood because I got an untested smaxine and boosters. Remember the anthrax smaxines? They were just handing out.
I think we both got those there, brother. Because, we got deployed over size.
I don't know, Carl. If they're good for you, why can't you give blood?
All right.
Here's my question. If they're so good for you, why you got to line up for another one after 6 months? Let me ask this question. When's the last time any of you got your measles booster?
Is there a flu
I must have
booster?
missed that line or something. I don't remember getting
It's
it.
so good. Why the 2 cows on the View catch it again? Just before Camel Toe is going to be interviewed.
Yeah.
Huh. Isn't
Yeah.
that a coincidence?
So they take her off, and Joy Behart there says, oh, they'll be fine though because we're all vaccinated up the wazoo. And nobody was near the vice president, so we're just supposed to believe that they all didn't have their little bitching conference in the back room before she was coming out. But what about all the rest of the people in the ABC studio there? Isn't there a thing called contact tracing? The fact that our vice president, who I could give 2 shits if she stayed there, I wish somebody had breathed in her face actually, is sitting in a room in that same studio area doing it virtual now.
Right.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Well, what
Just
about
remember.
the Emmys? Anybody, I mean, not like I watched the fucking thing, but I watched all the clips on the InstaFace. You got all these assholes fucking trucking down the red carpet in Los Angeles where there's a mask mandate, indoors, outdoors, doesn't matter where. If you be outside by yourself walking your fucking dog, you're supposed to have a face diaper on. But oh no, the Hollywood elite on the red carpet getting their pictures taken don't have to wear the diaper. But if you noticed all the help walking around, of course they had to have their diaper.
And the CDC says that's okay.
Yep. Oh, and speaking of that, rules for thee, not for me.
69 in.
What about the UN bullshit? The big UN meeting that's happening down in New York City? Didn't De Blasio just put out, mandatory mask mandate, indoors, outdoors, whatever the fuck? But not them. That's fine. Not for them.
IH Farmer 81, you got a good one here. I keep hearing people who are pro smacks say that us people who aren't smaxinated are selfish. I wonder if they consider the people on unemployment selfish for not working while the rest of us do.
Yeah, right.
Bingo. Well, how about the thousands upon thousands that are being let in across the border that are going to be on all sorts of social services, but yet Social Security itself now, they're saying, could be completely bankrupt by 2030. That's only 9 years away.
Some of the talking points I heard, allegedly, in the UN meeting that they're going to have is about that. And if you don't have the smack scene, you won't get Social Security.
Yeah, good luck with that. You paid into it.
Right?
Jackie, I'm really pissed about the Rangers being accused of whipping illegals. I've been around horses all my life and have used those reins in the same way to control. Exactly.
See, they can manipulate photos like a motherfucker. So I don't believe anything that comes from that fucking administration. They can fuck
You're
off.
absolutely right, Tony Harrell. This pandemic has exposed how many stupid people are really around here.
Oh my God.
And that number is astronomical.
Just people that won't critically think for 2 seconds.
Tammy Cole's in.
Tammy Cole! I screenshot a bunch of your shit from the Instagram.
Murphy!
Fella's gonna read it. Murph, where you been? Been watching y'all fucking raise hell down there in Australia. Fucking good for you guys. Finally fucking telling the cops to fuck off.
Murphy says,
Way over there past the fucking deer stand.
Murphy says, good day, Dr. Grumpy and Dr. Jimmy. Well, I saw, I don't know if it was TikTok, Instagram, what it was, because, I get flooded with,
Oh, man.
don't worry about it, it's evening. I get flooded with the TikTok shit from him and others, so I can never keep track of where it's coming from. But it was somebody from Australia basically saying, are you dumb fucks in America? Are you watching?
Yeah.
Are you waking up? This is what happens when you just
Give up your second
slowly give away your rights and give up and especially when you give up your Second Amendment.
But it's about safety.
Yeah.
It's about your health.
Yeah.
Those who give up liberty for a little bit of safety deserve neither, says Benjamin Franklin.
The public eye. I think that was you, right? Memes and music. You said your friend just died from the 19. Did he or she have underlying comorbidities? Because let's remember, 78.3, I think, is the average age people are dying from it. And 77.5 or 4.
75.5 is the average.
It was 77. It was right around a year. Last year in 2020, I think it was like
That's the only
70.
one I read.
77. You got to take the average of both men and women.
But 78% of the people that have passed away from it had comorbidities.
Exactly.
So they didn't die from it. They died with it. Same with the kids.
Oh.
We've had like 400 and something children in the entirety of the pandemic die with it. One out of that
356, I think it
400. I
was.
thought it was, the number there was a different number. Yeah, it was 3 something of the vid, but prior to that there was 500 from the flu. But we didn't do anything about the flu.
Dan Dudek says Duke students 365 darted, 357 tested positive. Yep. But it's a pandemic of the undarted though.
Oh yeah.
Bob Bates, what's up? Hugh Perkins says in Alberta, if you get the dart, they give you $100. Oh, New York's starting to do that.
Oh, fuck
Speaking of New York,
my fucking money.
we have a new governor that's
That dumb
fucking worse than the last governor. She's just a complete, absolute piece of shit bitch, in my opinion. She comes right out the other day and makes the statement that she's using her mom guilt to get women to get their kids darted.
For what?
Yep. Her mom guilt.
Well, she can
Fuck
say
you
mom
and
guilt,
your mom
shove it up
guilt.
her fucking ass. What in the hell? Why
And
the
then
fuck do
here's-
kids need to be vaccinated?
Here's the great part though. On Monday, this coming Monday, is the deadline for all health workers in New York to have the dart.
how many are in Milwaukee?
So those that don't, and they were saying there's a nursing home in the northern country of up north here of us somewheres, where only like 52% of them have gotten the dart. Well, that fucking place will be shut down. But here's what she says. Well, we'll do whatever we can to keep all these places open, even though there's hospitals now that are canceling elective surgeries for next week because they know
They're not gonna have
these people aren't getting the dart if they've gone 3 days prior to it already. So she says, we'll bring in foreign people if we have to. Isn't that great how we in this country say, fuck you to the American citizen who's, lived here your entire fucking life and paid taxes, but foreigners, come on in. Hell, come across the border. Thousands a day. No diaper, no test, no nothing. Bringing measles and other shit they're finding now. Throw them in a bus and take them off and drop them off in a fucking city somewheres. Then give them amnesty so they'll vote for you. And put them on the fucking, on the system so that they can collect fucking money that we've all been paying into.
Free college for their kids.
If you ignorant motherfuckers, and I'll get into it in a minute, like you, Mark Madaffery, a fucking former school teacher, I don't give a fuck, I'm using your name. If you ignorant motherfuckers can't get it through your fucking head what the left is doing to just buy votes, it's kind of like black people across this country are finally starting to smarten up because there's a lot of them going, well, wait a minute. You ain't doing a fucking thing for us, and if you notice how small their percentage is of getting the old in the arm, yeah. So is it racism to keep them out of a fucking restaurant in New York City? No, but a libtard who says, like this former teacher who likes to fucking make comments on our last live stream because you probably ain't got balls enough to come in live and do it. These are all just common sense measures.
Bullshit!
To keep everyone safe.
How is any of
If
this
I
common
chain,
sense?
he used my dog chain theory. If I chain my dog up
Just
to
for
keep
safety.
it out of danger, it's for safety purposes. No, you chain your fucking dog up, you have taken some of its freedoms away. You don't move to fucking Australia, every one of you. Murph, we'll trade a fucking shit ton of you that want to be like us and live here for a shit ton of them who can be fucking sheep in Australia.
Yeah. Or in these other countries that are all fucking shot. Buddy's not on a fucking chain. Buddy just fucking knows. How about some self-responsibility? How about a little bit of just critical fucking thinking?
How about a chew? No, we gotta have a health department tell us to do that. Wash your hands.
My mom taught
And
me how to
for
fucking
what?
sneeze and cough when I was 2.
My fucking county, right here. Oh, big news in the local rag. We here, because I'm just fucking, I need to go off for a while so you can read.
All right.
Oh, we've gone over 8,000 cases in this county now since this started. Here's what a case is. A case is if you test positive, you don't have to have symptoms. You may have symptoms. You might end up in the hospital. You might not. You might take a dirt nap. Basically, if you test positive, apparently you're a case. Over 8,000 now. What the exact number is, I don't know. They just like to throw it, they always do. If it's close to 8, it'll be almost 8,000. Now we're over 8,000, so it could be 8,005. But anyways, we've had like 78 or 9 people in our county die out of 77,000 and change. Okay, let's do some round math. 8,080 die. That's 1%. So here we are, fucking doing all this bullshit for a virus with a 99+% fucking survival rate.
Well, let's back it up to 2020 when all this shit fucking started. Now you're gonna have to.
When we didn't have these problems, because we didn't have this.
Exactly.
Which might be causing these fucking problems. But no, common sense won't tell you that, will it, Mark? I don't even want to fucking be here tonight doing this because I'm so fucking sick and tired, and I haven't even got to the school yet. But those of you that follow me on Instagram have already seen that.
Oh, I seen it. Now you gotta bear in mind, fella wrote these notes when he was drinking. It was from a video that I can't send him because he doesn't have the face space, which is good for him because fuck book. But at any rate, there's this fella down in North Carolina was a nurse at a very prominent been a nurse for 30 years, was in a prominent fucking hospital. When the pandemic first kicked off, the guy's like drinking all the Kool-Aid, following all the procedures, da 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 da. But where he worked, the floor that he worked on, and his specialty was like having to do with anything like pneumonia-wise or with your lungs or whatever. I can't remember. Like I said, guy was drinking, wasn't paying much attention, but I took some fucking drunken notes, and I never take fucking notes.
Oh, a friend as a boy told me that my wife said take a breath. I just did. I got up and walked around for a minute.
My right, usually I'm the loud one. This fucking, yeah. So I'm trying to decipher a guy's notes. So in 2020, Dr. Fucky literally said, I'm believing on national television, that I'm going to start talking about the PCR test. You know, the telephone pull up the fucking nose one. That if they magnify it more than 35, that it's fuck all. It won't work. That's from Dr. Fucky's lips. What's the CDC do? They tell them to crank it up to 40. So, what this guy had figured out is that people are all fucking scared. They're getting a telephone pole jab up the nose, right? They're magnifying it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, test it until finally you're positive, right? For the vid. Meanwhile, you could just have the common cold, or maybe you had the flu, because I'm going to go over those numbers later. So at any rate, what they would do, especially at the peak of the pandemic when it first started, they'd lock your ass away in a fucking room and make you lay down. You're not moving. You're not getting up. And it's all in the fucking lungs. And basically by that time, you're dying of the flu or you had the vid or whatever. They would basically just lock these people away. They wouldn't use their regular protocols to help these people. He's like, I'm a respiratory nurse. We would get people up and get them walking. I was told not to do that. They weren't allowed. I just spoke in length with one of my wife's girlfriends. It's a nurse in a very prominent hospital in Pennsylvania. I'll leave unnamed, and same with her. They will not use any other type of medicine or treatment. Instead of exhausting every effort to try to help somebody, they just go straight to whatever they're fucking told to do, put them on a ventilator. If they're over 70 years old, they fucking drug them up and they put them on a ventilator. And then the family, once they're comfortable, which is basically they're putting them to sleep, then the family can show up.
And 20 other countries, over 20 other countries right now,
Have shit canned it.
are using our buddy Ivan Schmechterin.
Shit canned the fucking...
And they've had over a 70% increase of people recovering from being on,
But
even being on the
what's
ventilator.
happening in fucking Israel?
Yeah, where 80%
80%
of them
of
are
the
darted.
population are darted, and now they're on their fourth dose or whatever, and people are still fucking dropping like flies. What the fuck? What was my other notes?
Well, here's one to go with his real quick, because it's the only one I did tonight, because I'm just so pissed. Steve Deace or Deuce or whatever, Deace.
Ducey.
No, not Ducey
Sure.
from Fox. This is a guy who's got a show on Blaze TV, I think it is.
I thought that was the same dude.
He was talking about an interview he did with a guy and the guy's pastor after the guy's wife passed away, because he couldn't get the hospital. His guy's wife was in the hospital with COVID, older couple. Couldn't get the hospital to treat his wife with anything. They just, threw the tube down the throat, the old ventilator thing. So he got an injunction from court to get them to use, our buddy Ivan Schmechterin to help out. And when they gave her this cocktail, within 2 to 3 days, she wasn't out of the woods by any means, but she was feeling better and all of a sudden could start breathing on her own.
Get off the ventilator. It meant something.
But the hospital put an appeal to that injunction.
What?
So this guy's wife's doctor told him, look, they're threatening to take my license. I can't back you in this appeal. So the hospital won the appeal, done with having, our good friend Ivan help, back on the fucking tube down the throat, and then she passed away.
Oh my God, I'd fucking murder them all.
Every one of these people across this country, starting at Dr. Fucky, the dumb college professor bitch that runs the CDC, right down to our local levels of
Murderous motherfuckers.
politicians, health departments, everybody who's denying these treatments that, screw tube and the rest of fucking social media throw you off for saying. But yet, over 20 other foreign countries are using them now with huge success rates. But here we call it a horse medicine.
Yeah.
Even though in 2015, it and the doctors that created it won a fucking Nobel Peace Prize for it, for being one of the most recognized, widely used treatments, medicines in the world. They should all be brought up on fucking charges and be executed for this shit. Because that's exactly what they're doing to people.
The wife's girlfriend, she's beside, like, she was crying when we had her on speakerphone. We were talking to her the other night.
What's up, Arthur?
She's been a nurse for probably over 20 fucking years, and she was just asking us, "Is it any different up there?" And we're like, "No, they're doing the same shit."
112, man.
She's like, I don't understand. She's like, the stuff that I do, I could probably get in trouble for. If a patient comes into the hospital and say they're taking vitamins and supplements or whatever, the hospital won't fucking give them, they won't order them. So if they're taking zinc, vitamin D, because, everyone's locked up in their fucking house, petrified, vitamin C, all that shit, the hospitals won't even fucking reorder their vitamins. What the fuck? She has to lie. She has to lie to the pharmacy and the doctors to try to get other medicines other than the bullshit that they're fucking doing for them.
What's up,
Now, granted,
Crystal?
a lot of stuff she was saying was beyond me because she's got that nurse doctor language, special words that go over my fucking head. I asked, she's working tonight because I was really hoping she'd be able to watch and chime in for me because I'm just a bumbling fucking CDAT carpenter that is trying to make sense of all this bullshit, but there's no fucking
Ryan
sense to it.
Cater said he's got our good friend Ivan.
Fucking
I know others that have too. Terry Vasquez.
Hey,
Hey guys, I work part-time as a substitute teacher. Very small school in a small community. I love the kids. I've come to really enjoy friendship with most staff. Well, then you're a different breed. Because the ones that are, but then again, you said you're a substitute. Because there's a lot of them that just want to get their time in and retire in their 50s, suck off the taxpayer's tit for the next 35 years while the rest of us work till the day we can collect Social Security, which may not even fucking be there.
I was going to work till I'm dead. I already figured that out. Shit, my dad retired and he's still working. What the fuck? But meanwhile, let's just import a shit like what we get? 20,000 Afghan?
Oh, Carl, it's higher than
refugees?
26 billion now.
20,000 Afghan refugees, and we already got a couple of them that popped out for fucking being pedophiles and all that sort of shit. But
Yep.
they were vetted though.
Yep.
They were vetted.
Get
the fuck out of here.
And
this
these
administration's a fucking joke. They couldn't vet a fucking
and these
fish off
Haitians,
a fucking pond.
these Haitians all walked here too. Oh,
Yeah.
they can walk
You
on
might
water.
fucking see where Haiti's at. It's
Yeah.
across a really big fucking pond.
Really big fucking mud puddle, but they can walk on water apparently.
What the fuck?
And then they show videos of Haitian people beating up fucking plane pilots because they're, trying to single out like the single men and supposedly taking them back away. But then there was, well, of course you all saw how the FAA is, said that can't fly drones around the bridge down there anymore to show the 15,000 people sleeping in Swaller.
Sure.
But then they talk about the hundreds of people, the hundreds of women they've seen, some of the reporters, that are pregnant, because as soon as they step on American soil and shit that fucking kid out, that kid's an American citizen.
Yep.
Well, you're not going to throw the mother out. Then you got chain migration, so you're going to bring in, the father if they can find him, the grandparents, maybe a few uncles and aunts, and Tucker Carlson had a thing on the other night about how the so-called 11 million illegals in this country is probably more like 22, probably close to double that. And now we're bringing in an estimated before the end of the year another 1.7 to 2 million this year. And we got fucking homeless camps up and down the fucking streets in California and all other cities.
California, New York City, but mind you, the fucking clap doesn't affect them at all.
Well, Michael Sherman, God bless your wife then, because she's one of the good ones. She's a teacher and she works more hours than most managers and probably most CEOs. You're on Instagram, so you've seen my posts lately. about my wonderful small rural school. I mean, I get it. Everybody fucks up, okay? You know, and they were all apologetic, and, you know, we've all learned things together. We didn't even have a fucking plan to start with. And when you know, throw my daughter out of school for 3 days, and we have to fucking be assholes in plain English and keep pounding on you to go back and look at the camera footage because, you know, you've spent thousands of dollars of our fucking taxpayer money to put those cameras in the school. And finally, after hammering on the fucking principal at 7:30 in the morning, she herself goes back and looks at the film and tells the resource officer, who must be, you know, a fucking genius and know every kid in the school, even though he doesn't see every kid in a classroom, and says, that's not Chelsea Dennison. So my daughter wasn't even the fucking person who was supposedly near somebody for the whole contact tracing, but she got thrown out of school for 3 days because of it and missed her senior year fucking homecoming weekend. You can't give that back. I know you're going to try at the next football game, putting up a tent over the tennis courts, which will cost us taxpayers money, buying pizza for the kids, which will cost the taxpayers money, whatever, and have a dance for them. My daughter said, well, Dad, I want to wear my formal dress that I got. I told her, just wear it. Who gives a shit if other kids are wearing jeans and t-shirts? Make it into your fucking homecoming dance.
Do your own fucking deal. Fuck what other people think. I hold on to
But
that
where's
fear.
the checks and balances? You know? Why wasn't it checked and rechecked again?
Especially
Why is it left on a person who doesn't, and a teacher supposedly who said, yes, it was her? You think anything will be, you know, you think that teacher will be reprimanded for fucking up and saying it was the wrong student?
Was it her because her last name's Dennison?
Yeah, well, who knows?
I think that way. That's how I think. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
saying.
Mike
Just
Blake.
throwing it out there.
You're exactly right. And a lot of the Haitians, have you seen this, Mark Madafri, with the sensible things that we're doing? The fucking hundreds they've shown on TV so far that they've been picking up off the ground. IDs from Chile and Brazil. All these places that these Haitians have been living for the past 5 or 6 years. So they got their fucking, drawing a blank, what's it called when a person comes to the country and cries wolf? You know what I'm trying to say?
They're, yep. Hold
Been a rough week, so my mind is shot.
Yeah.
But they're getting it, they got it from these other countries. But as soon as they heard Joe Biden say the door is open, come on in, they all came to here, threw away their fucking IDs so that they wouldn't be known. You know, they're wearing Nike fucking sneakers, walking around with iPhones and Android phones and all that, but they're so suppressed in Haiti.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Haiti had an earthquake. We got to let them all in then, apparently. If any foreign country
Who's
has an
fucking
earthquake,
paying for
we
all
might
this
as well just bring them in the United States, right?
God damn that.
Maybe they can work at the fucking hospitals.
Yeah.
When all the qualified people who were fucking heroes last year are now zeros.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to take something. Here's the thing, okay? If you can't get this through your head, the fucking libtards out there who think we're doing this for the safety.
Yeah.
You were told, get your life back. You can't get sick. It's got a 95% efficacy rate.
Lies.
Then all of a sudden, people were getting sick. People were actually ending up in the hospital.
Now we're down to what,
Some
63?
people have taken dirt naps. Yeah, now we're down into possibly 60s, and within 6 months, it's no good. Yeah. But anyways,
Well, it is no good now.
they just keep changing the goalposts.
By the way,
So where was the study that showed 95%? Where was the study that showed you can't get sick? Where was the study that showed you won't end up in the hospital
There is none.
or transmit it? Look up clinical trials. Don't Google it. Shit can't fucking Google because they take you to what they want. DuckDuckGo, which is what's on my phone now. It's generally 6 to 8 years for the first like 2 phases of, basically they showed like 4 phases of a clinical trial. By the end of the 4th phase, it's like year 15.
Yeah.
Because that's when they start finding out the things that they didn't find out at the beginning. Oh, you mean like Chantix?
Yeah.
The drug Pfizer's had out for quite a few years?
It gives people cancer.
That's
and
now
Johnny
being
quit
taken
smoking.
off the market because it gives people cancer, and they figured that out in the late stage trials like they're supposed to.
That came out in 2005.
I don't wish ill on anybody, but I'm scared to death for those of you who are just blindly going along with everything because you don't have a fucking clue what's going to happen to you in 10 years.
Just roll it back, Mike.
When they've changed the fucking goalposts so much already. 8 months.
What has the government ever done for you? Ever. That turned out to be roses. Why would you think now that the government cares so much about your fucking life? They don't fucking care. Democrat, Republican, that entire fucking city doesn't give two fucks about you. They don't. Because if they did, that fucking border wouldn't be pouring fucking illegals across, and the alleged Haitians, like he kept on saying, that are unvaccinated and unmasked, but now, what is it, the redheaded stepchild said that come November, if you're fully vaxxed and you want to fly to America, you're allowed. So now you're going to be allowed.
Even though in Israel,
fuck you and you're allowed.
Even though in Israel, we're over 80% of the people have already got the vaccination. They're blowing up.
Yeah.
So
how's it working?
How's it working?
You want to know what? Because it doesn't.
Is it the 20% that didn't get it all of a sudden is what's making it blow up? Because that dog don't hunt, okay? And Arthur,
bullshit.
If they want to segregate, they better be ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
I'm ready for segregation at this point in time. I don't give a flying fuck.
You gonna plant some edible corn then?
You stay over there, we'll stay over here, and when it all blows up, like it is in Israel, who the fuck are you gonna blame? That's the only reason why they won't segregate, because they probably thought of that, like, if we do that, we ain't got them fuckers to blame anymore. Whatever happened to, getting around 70%, and then with those who've already got the natural immunity, we're golden. That went out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's supposed to be 100%,
They've
apparently.
changed the definition of that 3 times.
And the thing that everybody just continues to ignore is when some asshole like Fauci, when that Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who's a libtard progressive fuck himself, actually gives Dr. Fucky a good question and says, well, what about the studies in Israel and the Cleveland Clinic and all these that show natural immunity is much better and longer lasting than the DART is. So why are we trying to tell people who've had it and recovered that they need to get this DART too, which is just an experiment in plain English? And Dr. Fucky says, well, Dr. Gupta, that's a good question. That's something we should be looking into. What the fuck you been doing the last 18 months? But then 2 hours later on another progressive libtard show, he comes out and says, oh, everybody's got to get it. Everybody. If you can't see the Australia happening here in the United States, then go to fucking Australia, Mark, and the rest of you.
People, just look at some of the rules and tell me how they make sense. We've talked about this I don't know how many fucking times. You gotta wear the diaper as soon as you, this is where I get wound up with with Chelsea and our kids, because I got grandkids. So as an adult, we can walk into a restaurant, stand up with a face diaper on. As soon as we park our fat ass in the booth, we can take it off and feed our face, right? But our kids gotta sit there all fucking day.
I don't have grandkids, and if y'all are still watching over the house, I better not have any anytime soon. Okay, continue.
Yeah. But at any rate, I don't know how long ago it was. My oldest stepdaughter, her grandson's just turned 4. And her fucking, what the hell is it? The child's lawyer, because her and the baby daddy don't get along. What do you call those fucktards?
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
law guardian? Law
Yeah,
guardian.
law
The
guardian.
law guardian was trying to push her to get a fucking vaccine to a 4-year-old.
Asylum. That was the word I was looking for
There
in
we
the
go,
last
yeah.
rant. Asylum.
Asylum, yeah. It was right there.
It was.
But just the rules the rules. They don't make any fucking sense. None of it fucking makes any sense. Oh, the bars got closed at 11, not 11:05 because COVID comes out. You got to do this. You got to do that. Yeah. Fuck you! And none of it fucking works. I just watched a video tonight by this virologist woman that was giving...
Holy fuck, you're on Snapchat too?
Yeah, just for the fucking stupid videos. I can't remember what board she was speaking in front of or whatever, but she basically just said that the smack scene that's out now is fuck all. Because they came out with it in the middle of a pandemic, so now with the variant, it doesn't protect you from shit!
It's creating the variant.
That's why Israel's going to hell! But oh no, we can't use those numbers over
right.
here in this country, right?
Chelsea, if you're still watching, Tammy says Alyssa will be dressed up too. Spent money on the dress, nowhere to wear it.
Do it.
Do it. All of you should
Fucking
just
do it.
If anybody gives you any shit, then...
Tell them to fuck off. Way over there.
Bills fan 716. Yep, my video yesterday, that was pretty shitty what happened to my daughter and others. And Michael Brash, you're exactly right. 2 people at your church, double shotted, just got out of hospital. I mean, it's happening. It's happening. So how can anybody say, looking back over the history of Big Pharma to start with,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's just one thing, Big Pharma to start with.
There's a trustworthy fucking
Look at the,
companies.
20-some countries that are finally going, we probably ought to go a different route here. Something ain't working quite right here. But yet, our people here, Big Pharma, Carl, you said something in here about 26 billion. No, I've seen that number be over 30 billion now because their fourth quarter profits are just
through the fucking roof.
astronomical.
This guy-
Especially when they're going to give, the boosters. Who all of a sudden the boosters are only good for certain people. They're not good for everybody over the age of
nurses and doctors
12 or whatever.
Nurses and doctors don't need boosters either.
I mean,
Somebody said that
it's the 65 and over, and if you're in this 40 to 65 range and you might have this issue, you maybe should get it and all that. Well, if the first thing, which is identical, the first and second thing, which is identical to the booster, was good for everyone, why is the booster only good for these certain? Do you not fucking see it? There is no common sense safety measures going on here.
I mean, Johnson & Johnson had asbestos in their baby powder back in the 50s, but you guys want to sign on to any shit they're pushing you now? Pfizer has I don't know how many billions of dollars in fucking lawsuits, but no one's held accountable for this shit. Why?
Michael Sherman agrees with you about maybe because Chelsea's last name.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Dawson Harris. We listen to people bitch about the whole guilty before innocent. That's the way, black people, BLM said, that's the way black people are treated. Well, today it's sick until proven healthy. And the black people should be right beside us on that because they have one of the lowest smaccination rates of any ethnic group out there. And now that leader from, BLM down in New York City, they're planning on fucking going out and tearing shit up because of this.
I didn't think I'd ever agree with him, but
yeah,
whatever.
Me neither. But
Prince Farrakhan.
If the government turns around and then gives a pass to black people, then you motherfucking black people better wake up and realize the pawns that you've been for years.
50 years.
Because if they do that, then all they're doing is buying your votes again, going, well, okay, they don't need it as much as us, even though science has supposedly said black people are more vulnerable to it than we are. Where's that clinical trial? Where's that study? Where is the fucking science? Shouldn't we all get that packet to read? We still haven't.
I did read.
Did you get it, Mark?
I did read.
Send it to me if you
I
did.
did read some of Fauci's emails. Though I did read that and how the fucking diapers don't work. Shocker, duh. I called that the day they fucking said you're supposed to wear one.
Yeah, Josh.
What the fuck is that keeping out? Oh, it's for the droplets. Well, how about you don't cough or sneeze on me? Be a good fucking human. How hard is that?
So here's one too, going back to our piece of shit new governor, woman on a power trip. So, and I don't know, help me out, Tammy, if you remember, NIPN, NIPSFA or NIPSFA or whatever the New York State, athletic whatever is. Saw this on the news the other night. Now all kids starting winter sports are going to have to wear their face diaper while playing sports.
Oh my God.
So kids are going to be running up and down the basketball court wearing that fucking face diaper. I guess if my daughter does indoor track, she's going to be sprinting with a face diaper on. But this is what they said. And this should tell every fucking one of you. So I hope if you're watching, Mark, or you watch this after the fact, you fucking pay attention to your bullshit about common sense rules to protect everyone. If a kid can't tolerate playing the sport with the face diaper on and can't maintain 6 foot, away from each other, which tell me how that works in like basketball or volleyball when you're diving for a ball or you're trying to block a guy's shot or whatever. If you can't wear the diaper, then you shouldn't play the sport. So how many fucking parents and kids that are just brainwashed to start with are gonna go, well, I guess we better get it, or else little Johnny or little Jill can't play the sport. They're not fucking stupid how they manipulate you.
Well, they're stupid because they're being manipulated.
No, but the government is very smart with the way they manipulate.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Well, I think you said last live stream that the testing that they're doing is the most pain. If the ones that either have to get tested weekly or get the dart and can still keep their job, they get the most evasive fucking test. The fucking telephone pole went up the fucking nose, not the fucking swab, whatever. Because, we gotta make it uncomfortable for you. Don't you fucking get it? It's all about making money. They don't give a fuck about you.
All right, Alan Taylor, you said Biden has to go. This country is going to be in a civil war before his term
Well,
is
let's
up.
fucking go already.
Well, it's either going to be a civil war or China and Russia getting together because China's going into Afghanistan.
Taking all of our
Taking
shit.
all of our intelligence from the $86 billion worth of fucking technology,
Sure.
equipment that we left behind.
All of our drones and shit, whatever.
So,
that's fine. Right? Whatever. No big deal there. Right?
And I was having a chat on texting earlier with my financial guy, and, he's a big Trump supporter too. And I told him, I said, look, I want DeSantis this time because if my choice is Trump, I'll take him. But where Trump lost me was this was his smack scene. It was, he's just such a pompous ass that he's going to stick with the whole arm dart thing because it was under his control and everything. But yet he says the booster is just all about money. You can't have it both ways there, Donnie. And the other thing, I do not think the suburban housewives, male and female, because there's both of them, will ever admit that what they did, not voting for him, really fucked this country up.
They voted
So I don't think we can have him.
They voted against instead of voting for.
They voted for against mean tweets. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Mean tweets and $1.73 gas, you dumb fucks. Now I'm paying $3.25. Thank you very much.
Crazy Dave, what's up? I work for a large healthcare provider, losing a lot of employees the last 2 months. Yep.
The military is going to be depleted. I don't know how many Instagram and TikTok videos I've seen from Marines and Army
Aaron, I can't quit. I'm sorry.
And fucking Air Force people just saying, I'm not doing it. And they're giving them a discharge under honorable conditions so far. So far. That all depends on your rank, too.
But the bottom line is we're still depleting our military. We're depleting. We did that under Obama.
I wouldn't call it I'd call it a purge.
Well, it's still lowering our numbers dramatically. And Trump built us back up and made us back into America first, which, by the way, Mark and the rest of you, what the fuck is wrong with America first?
That's racist.
Fucking. I'll tell you what.
Progressive.
If there's 331 million and counting with all the illegals coming in this country, if half of you want to go to Australia or someplace else that's so much better, go.
We'll swap with you.
Because the 150 million that'll be left, I'll fucking go to war with any day of the week. And if we're such a horrible, systemic, racist country, why the fuck are oppressed people supposedly coming here in droves to be more oppressed, apparently?
It's all just divide. But if there's gonna be, let's get it on already.
And this is gonna go through at least 14 more months, folks, because it's going through the midterm elections. So we're going to the end of 2022 at least, and as long as sheep continue to let them treat us this way, it may go on. We may be Australia. It may go on forever.
Well, the clap's not going away. The clap is the new flu. Which, by the way, I got to steal my phone for a second. I got some stats. So we ain't gonna be able to read nothing for a second. Guys gotta look at
All right, 145 in, 106 thumbs up. Go out, push thumbs up, come back in.
So, okay. I think I stole, oh no, I didn't steal this from, I thought I stole it from Tammy, but I didn't. So, I'm not gonna go from 2012. These are flu stats, seasonal flu stats. And it goes all the way from 2012 to 13 to 2020, 2021. I'm not gonna go all the way up to 13, but, so from 18 to 19, we had 36 million flu cases. 19 to 20, we had 38 million flu cases. Take a wild butt fucking guess on how many flu cases we had in 2020 to 2021. Now, granted, remember the number, we had 38 million flu cases from 19 to 20. In 2020 to 2021, we had 1,822. Tell me how that fucking makes any sense. Oh, wait, I know, Mike. Well, everyone social distancing and wearing their fucking face diaper. Well, then how come COVID was so fucking bad if it eradicated the fucking flu? It's the same type of fucking virus. So get fucked on that bullshit. Next. Speaking of the smack-scene mandates, right? Here's the folks that don't have to. Remember this down. Congress, legislative branch, congressional staff, judicial branch, White House staff, CDC employees, FDA employees, USPS employees, NIAID employees, Pfizer employees, Moderna employees, and oh yeah, let's not forget the illegal aliens that are coming across our border by the droves. How's that make sense?
And I think I said this 2 weeks ago. Don't forget, USPS, that's that 640,000 plus people that are handling your packages that a year or so ago we were supposed to wipe off and quarantine the package for a day or two so the vid would float away and all that. Then that went away because I think they realized how fucking stupid that sounded.
So this one I did steal from you, Tammy Cole. So this one, I'm not sure who it came from because of the screenshot. So in 2020, peak active cases of the clap was 9,034,000 and change. Vaccinated, 0. 2021, peak active cases, 9,243,680 fucking 2. Vaccinated, 71%. So what changed from 20 to 21? Other than that little vaccine number down there. Yeah. And the comment was, I hate to break this to you, but this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
And 70% was supposed to be the ding, 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 ring the bell. That was the number. Remember New York? That was when we got our freedom back, said the old Governor Cuomo. Yeah.
I'm not going to read them all, but this is one that me and the wife were talking about the other night.
Not that we've ever got there. They're lying to you.
Oh, yeah.
They had to have the fair.
Anybody hear of the Nuremberg Code?
Yep.
And know why it came out?
Yep.
Because of, these psycho Nazis, they're experimenting on the Jews.
Yep.
Number one, there's 10. Number one, voluntary consent is essential.
Yep.
Consent is essential.
So you force it.
The results of any experiment must be for the greater good of society. Right now, I don't see the greater good. Human experiments should be based on previous animal experimentation. Guess what? All the animals fucking died that got the fucking dart. If y'all ain't fucking listening yet, Mike.
They died when they got reintroduced to it. The virus.
Yeah.
Don't yell at Mike. Yell at Mark.
Mark. God damn it. It starts with an M. And then all this shit got fucking... The risk should never exceed the benefits. So, okay. Let's examine that one. That's number 6 in the Nuremberg Code. The risks should never exceed the benefits. So, what's the benefit? Someone tell me the benefit.
You get your life back. Oh, wait, that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen. No.
Never mind.
It went from 95% efficacy rate to probably going to be below 60.
You don't have to wear the diaper. Oh, wait, no, everybody has to wear that now. Never mind.
Oh, wait. Oh, the benefit is I get some of my civil liberties back that you took from me by no right?
Oh, wait.
Fuck you!
I got one that's actually happening, though. You don't have to get thrown out of school. even if you're really the one that was in the picture and not my daughter, because you had the dart, so you don't have to get thrown out of school. Even though you could still get it, transmit it to other people. But, well, it just...
Subjects should be able to end their... And I got it cut off, God damn it. End their... Oh, shit. Subjects should be able to end their participation at any time. How are you supposed to end it after it's in your bloodstream? And by the way, right now they're talking about this virus is all in the lungs. So what the fuck has your bloodstream got to do with it? And number 10, scientists must be prepared to terminate the experiment when injury, disability, or death is likely to occur. And so far, VEERS, which only reports 1%, we're already up to 6,500 plus deaths. But that's just a coincidence,
Well,
right?
Maybe. Remember what I said the last time? They've changed their numbers. They changed it within 2 days back in July. They all of a sudden made numbers disappear.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. We're beyond just, I don't know. I don't
trust a goddamn thing anymore.
I'm tired of listening to, the people who just want to have.
Oh, just get it. What's it gonna hurt?
Amanda, I have a little congestion. I guarantee if I went to the doc, they would say it's the beer 19 positive. Yep.
Well, they turn the PCR back up again. So that way they're getting all these false positives. I find it oddly hilarious because I forgot to talk about it in my notes. So in January of 2021,
what's up, Randy?
they backed it down. What happened in January of 2021? Anyone want to remind me what happened there?
Yeah.
Someone got pushed across the finish line, if we all recall, right?
Yeah.
So then they turned it down to the normal rate, which is 28%. It's like taking a cell phone picture with your 10-year-old cell phone, and then you try to blow it up and see it, and it just gets all great. It's all fucked up. That's what that PCR test is all about. It's fuck all if it's past 35%. 28% is right where it's supposed to be. Says the guy that invented the fucking thing. And also said that Fauci was full of fucking shit.
All right, so what was the results of the audit? Because your buddy Full Sun Race TV says, how about that fake audit that came out of today from Arizona?
Oh, shit.
Apparently the results weren't good for Trump then.
No, not if Ty Bud's saying that.
I don't believe any of it anyhow. Murph says New Zealand is worse than them, but Australia's close.
Even if it came out in our favor, what would have happened? Nothing. Right now, my expectations are so far low, so far fucking in the toilet, that every state that was in question could do a fucking audit and come out the opposite side, and nothing would fucking happen. Nothing. I follow all these fucking rhinos on Instagram. Why, I don't fucking know, Dan Crenshaw. Always fucking ba. When are you gonna fucking do something? Fuck!
Yep, the media is the problem.
Yeah. Lamestream media, narrative. This is what you should think. Consume. Do this. Instead of exercise, maybe. Eat right, maybe. Don't be a fucking lard ass, maybe.
Amanda, I'm not sure who this Amanda is, but I'm liking her.
Amanda Hug and Kiss?
I don't know. My gram literally wants me to get tested for the vid because my mom tested positive. I'm thinking to myself, F off. If anything, Grandma, you should worry about your own self. You're vaxxed with the crap. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be mean to Grandma. Come on.
And that goes,
Hey, Jeff
so
Brody,
what's the point of the vaccine then? If you have gotten it and I haven't gotten it, so why are you damning me for not getting it and being near you?
Yeah, why do we have to protect
I thought
you
that's
from
what
us?
it fucking did.
We have to protect you from us, but yet that's what you went and got the jab for.
So what
to
to
protect
fucking
yourself.
do?
I don't wear my snowmobile helmet to protect myself from him.
Yeah.
I wear it from protecting myself from falling off and going boom. I mean, yeah, HF Brody, I've said this a million times. Listen to the doctor that helped invent the mRNA there, that doctor.
Listen to the fucking.
What's his
listen
name?
to the lead
Can't think of
scientist
his
that
name.
fucking left Pfizer and said it's fuck all.
Yeah, he said that the ones
surprised that guy
that
isn't
got
dead
the
yet.
smacks are the ones that are a threat to the unsmacked. Exactly.
God damn, that tank is kicking tonight. What?
I can hardly smell it. Stop being a pussy.
You got the vid?
Stop being a
You
pussy.
can't smell or taste.
Betty Swain, Chris Cuomo, yep, saw that today.
What do you do?
Well, he was accused of smacking some higher up's ass at.
Oh, well, you know, fucking like brother, I guess.
This was
you know?
a number of years ago. So then he come out with this big apology.
Oh, Jesus.
Sent her an email about how naughty it was for him to do that, even though he meant it in a nice way. He fucking went like this to her ass. And then he was advising his piece of shit brother, who was, you know, being accused by 11 or 12 women for doing the same type of thing.
And what have we heard about that lately?
Nothing, because they
won't go after him.
it was a payoff. I will leave office if you don't prosecute me.
Yep. Well, I think that all the Democrats, the state Democrats, got together and said, "Hey, if you don't step down, we're gonna lose the fucking state. We're gonna lose the power because blah 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 blah. So you need to step down, and we'll push this other dumb cunt in the fucking spotlight, and then all will be good. And then the dumb cities, Albany and fucking New York City, will vote for her, and we'll keep our power again.
Yep.
Because I guarantee that's what's gonna fucking happen."
Tim Wiesner, they want the booster for the must call crowd. You got it. Because here's the other thing. Okay, you look at the average age, 78.3 or whatever it is. That's not changing. I mean, it's still, now they're like here local. Oh, and look at we're breaking down the age group for you. There was 2 people in their 20s that were in the hospital a week ago or whatever.
Were they fully vaccinated?
So?
You won't tell us that.
So what? And if they came out fine, so what? But who are the ones? The last person that we had die was a woman in her 70s. So it's the same people that are dying, the elderly and the ones that have issues.
And don't forget.
So why are we not doing something to protect them? Because obviously this isn't.
And don't forget, it's the way they're treating people. They're not exhausting every drug, every application of whatever. That's like, it's just like, yep, then we're gonna do this, and if they don't get better, then fuck it. And they leave them in the room on their fucking back. And any upper respiratory nurse, doctor, whatever specialist will tell you that you need to get up and start walking around. Case in point, I'm gonna try not to get fucking specific because
all right,
shit was fucked up.
I just gotta say, I'm close to a half an hour behind because that's 36. Whoever's sharing S is, I agree with you both, but geez, take some breath or you'll both be taking a dirt nap.
Fuck it. I'm on the same page he is. I'm glad I'm
Stacey
halfway.
Pascal,
I'm glad
what's
I'm
up?
halfway done with my life. So recently,
No, I don't want to pick pumpkins.
recently I know of someone that had passed away that had COVID. I'm not gonna say from COVID anymore, that had COVID. Because old boy was really big and was on an experimental blood pressure medicine. Now
wait, just clarify because you said to me. By really big, he explained it as like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Let's explain. That's number one comorbidity.
Yeah, number one.
Obesity.
And in that hospital, I don't believe they were exhausting every opportunity, every drug, every application to save this kid's life. Now, let's go down to Freedom, Florida, where my uncle lives, who's 60. Holy fuck. He's got to be, let's see, hopefully my mom's not watching. What am I? I'm 46. 46. So dad's 46, that makes dad's 66, that makes mom
When's your
65,
birthday?
August 19th.
Oh, so you just turned it, okay.
Yeah. So he's the younger brother, so I'd say he's at least 63, 64, maybe 65. Smokes like a freight train, used to drink like a fucking sailor, been a mechanic, done body work, whatever. I mean, lived a fucking hard life. Got the fucking clap. But he was in Florida. Guess where he's at now? He's at home. The fellow we were talking about prior that was, obese and on some experimental fucking blood pressure medicine was 22. So you can't come at me with, there's the whole having it and dying with something or dying from it. And they don't tell you the difference. They just say cases or died of COVID or whatever. Bullshit.
The 70-something-year-old woman that died here. First they just say 70s. You don't know if we're talking 71, 75, 79. Don't quote me, but I know I'm very close. The line is always, a woman in her 70s who had tested positive for COVID has passed away, but due to the privacy for the family, there will be no more information given. That's pretty much
So did she pass away-
99% sure that's about what.
So did she pass away from it or with
So
it?
was there comorbidities? Did she test positive 2 months ago? 2 weeks ago? I mean, you know, they give the information that they want to give.
They want you to hear.
make it look and fit the narrative
Yeah.
that they want to push.
I mean, you literally said it on TV on the news last winter. If you fucking died in a car accident from the injuries from the car accident, but you tested positive for COVID post-mortem, you were put on the fucking list. And they said it on national television.
How about the thing going on now where AOC, okay? Fuck you, screw tube fact checkers. AOC standing on the steps of Congress does a press conference and says, if you can call your doctor or the hospital or whoever and get your death certificate changed to have COVID on it, you can get a $9,000 benefit from the government.
What?
To help cover, the
What?
money you spent burying your loved one.
Are you fucking shitting me
She
right
stood
now?
on the steps of Congress and said this. If you can get the words COVID put on that death certificate,
You get a
we will send you
$9,000
$9,000.
That's called buying the narrative.
It's true. Because I'm not going to say who, but I knew this 2 months ago, I think it was, from a buddy of mine that I've gotten to know through social media who told me about it with one of his parents dying, that they got a notification quite a bit after the fact from the funeral home that, hey, there's this $9,000 thing out here, do you want us to send in for you?
What?
So anyways, I'm going back because I'm like way behind. Carl says the Army is changing its recruiting slogan from Army Strong to We Can't Win a War. You'll probably get left behind and we'll leave billions in equipment, but hey, we're woke as fuck.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Don't forget your gender training we're gonna have next week.
Well, exactly, Jeremy. Jeremy. Langanke or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I fucked it up. They do want to divide us. I've been saying that all along. And you're probably right. They want somebody.
We are.
They
divided.
want, yeah, we are. They want somebody to act up and do something stupid so that they can, say it's the
look at-
unguarded that are terrorists, just
look
like
at the
the insurrection. Yeah.
Insurrection. Motherfucker, if you think that's an insurrection, that was a goddamn tea party. Wait.
And
Not the kind of tea party I'd like to go to.
And you're exactly right, Mike Blake. It's the people behind the curtain pulling the puppet strings that are.
And it's every goddamn one of them up there in fucking Washington.
That's what I've said this all along. As much as I fucking hate the left for the bullshit that they do and the way they treat people and con the blacks into thinking that they're there for them, but yet has the black community have you gotten any better?
Yeah.
You're still complaining about poverty and oppression.
The same shit.
So obviously they're not doing anything for you, but the point is, the fucking left is smart. Same thing in this little podunk fucking county I live in. They're running for our county legislature. They're running people of color. They're running women. Our useless fucking local rag. When they put the bios in for the people that are running, 80% of whether it's a town position, county, whatever, 80% of what they're putting in are all Democratic Party. Where the fuck is the Republican and Conservative Party in this county? Where's the two leaders of those parties? Sitting home with their thumbs up their fucking ass, have a little, banquet together, little fucking burger thing, and the little group gets together. Well, you're all thinking the same. We understand that.
Then fucking do something.
But you're not doing a fucking thing to convince anybody else out in the community they shouldn't be voting for these other people.
You need to tell me when the next banquet is, because I'm going to crash the motherfucker. When have any of you fat fucks done a goddamn thing? Same with damn Crenshaw, Mr. fucking bad on fucking Instagram all the time, yapping. Do something. Marjorie Green, she's up there fucking beating the goddamn fucking gavel trying to get fucking impeachment and shit. And it ain't getting any fucking
There you go,
traction.
Doug Baum. Identify as an illegal alien, then you don't have to get darted. Yep.
I'm a trans.
Or a
transvax.
Yeah, you got to see that video.
That dude was a little off, but it was funny. Oh, it's such a fucking joke, man. That's all I keep saying. It's like, what a fucking joke. This country's become a joke. You know, everything about this whole fucking pandemic is a joke.
You're right, Bill C. Nobody has an idea of the long-term risk. How can they? Like I said, DuckDuckGo or whatever. If you have to fucking Google, you're going to search forever because they suck ass because they'll take you to what they want you to.
They admitted that they fucked with the election, and what happened to them? Nothing.
Yep. And
Facebook admitted that they fucked with the election. What happened to them? Nothing, because they're all together.
Just go look at clinical trials.
When you hear
they take more than 8 months.
When you hear any politician, Democrat, Republican, talk about big tech, just know they're lying to your fucking face. They're all in both parties are in fucking bed with them. They ain't gonna do a goddamn thing with them.
IH Farmer.
Never.
IH Farmer 81 says, bottled beer, Jimmy. Must have been a good week at work.
Oh. Today was like a fucking Monday, man. I should have just stayed home. All I did was spend money today. Got nothing accomplished.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
All right, Murph, we'll see you. You got to go. You're probably already gone because I'm still 10 minutes behind.
Yeah. Keep your powder
these
dry.
things. Yeah, you're right, Arthur. He's not going to last, and the worst is yet to come. The cackling hyena.
Oh, my God almighty. And then we got that fucking elder fucking psycho drunk fucking bitch that would be the fucking vice president. Oh, God help us.
Well, they blame. See, Carl, that's the thing that kills me, though. It's like you listen to Peppermint Patty, as Dan Bongino calls her.
I can't fucking stand
The
that
little
bitch.
redheaded bitch there, Jen Psaki, when she's, everything is Trump's fault.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we inherited
You're
that
the
from
one
Trump,
that's fucking there. I thought everything was on Papa Joe's shoulders. He fucking said. Liar.
Jay, you better be careful saying that because you'll get shit canned by somebody in here.
That old geezer motherfucker shit canned all fucking Trump's policies in the first fucking week when he signed 40 plus fucking executive orders. How is it fucking Trump's fault? You shit canned all this fucking shit in the first fucking 2 weeks. You don't accept any responsibility for nothing. Piece of fucking shit.
Bork says he just wears a helmet because he's special.
We all know that.
We all know that.
I left mine in the truck just for the live.
You're right, Full Sound Race TV. Blame everything on Trump supporters and blame everything on those of us who don't get the dart. That's their.
Yep. Divide. Well, let's get that division going. Let's fucking go.
I'm catching up,
dog
Rick.
dare
I'm
you.
catching up.
Let's fucking fight. Let's have a fight.
I'm only 14 minutes behind now. I'm catching up on these.
How about we have a fight? No fucking guns. None of that shit. Just all you vaccinated motherfuckers that drink the Kool-Aid, all you Biden supporting motherfuckers, and then have all of us fucking conservative Trump supporting unvaccinated. Let's all just meet in the Midwest somewhere and just fucking duke it out. Let's fucking go.
Miss Veritatis, but I done swear. Are you new? Because that name doesn't sound.
I don't recall that. We're reaching a broader audience.
Betty Swain says St. Lawrence County
44?
won't tell what the ages are for the people that have taken a dirt nap.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah, it's all.
Suppress the facts and push the narrative. That's what all media does. That's what the hospitals are doing. It's a fucking joke. Like, why would doctors, just think about it for a second. Why would a doctor throw away a career making deep fucking six figures over a shot? Why would a nurse throw away a deep, probably close to a six-figure salary a year for a shot?
Wilson's here.
And these are medical experts, right?
You stacking the baby food aisle?
Doctors and nurses have been dealing with fucking sickness and all this other horse shit there, for 10, 15, 20 fucking years are walking away. Why? Why is my chair sinking?
Pull it back up.
Yeah. I didn't even touch it.
Jeff, no idea what you're talking about. I'm unloading beans and can't hear. Well, okay.
Well, come on.
Read lips, Jeff. Read lips.
Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden.
Alan Taylor says, get Jimmy a pen and paper to help him out with the math problem.
Yeah, I tried that. Yeah, no. My math thing is on a tape measure. And sometimes that even confuses me because a guy have a day.
H.F. Brody said he got his religious exemption at work. Now he needs to be nasal probed weekly. So excited, not stupid. Yeah, it's...
I feel sorry for the folks that get. I mean, I had it once and never again. Nope, fuck you, not doing it.
You're, oh, well, Miss Veritatis, I'm sorry if I fuck your name up.
English is not our mother.
I'm glad you agree with me. She says she loves what Grumpy said. If you can't question science, remember it's no longer science. It's propaganda.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean,
any true scientist will say that.
it's no different than when you were a kid. If you had siblings, when you fucked up and your mother or father grabbed you by the neck and, there was always, you gave your side of the story and then it was, you get over there and shut up because there's always two sides of the story. Now it's your brother's turn or your sister's turn. Not when it comes to this shit. There's one side of the story. It's Dr. Fucky's side. And you all just better realize that Mark tells you that you're doing it because, it's common sense safety.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't have any examples, but I know there's a shit ton out there of how many scientific things that were allegedly proven and then unfucking proven decades later. But now, there is no questioning any of this. It's all their science, even though we're not allowed to see it. And their science is fucking ass backwards.
That one dairy farmer says, I got tested last week and I have never got the results back. I needed to know so I could go and get an allergy test, but nope, they won't tell me if I have it or not. Yeah. Well, it's no different than the whole contact tracing bullshit. Those of you that follow me on Instagram have seen my blow-ups in the past 4 or 5 videos. Chelsea's throwing out of school on Friday. I've already ripped the school apart tonight, so I'll leave them alone for their major fuck-up. But, Tuesday morning, when that was all settled, he's breaking the seal.
Yep, I'm fucked now.
Tuesday morning, when we finally got that all settled, when the principal called my wife at 7:30, and then we called her right back at 7:35 and all that. My wife called the health department at 8:30 when they opened, and the person that answered the phone looked Chelsea up and says, oh yeah, got her right here. Nobody's contacted you yet? Supposed to contact within 24 hours. I'm going to talk to a supervisor. Well, pretty basically by mid-afternoon when it was all settled and Chelsea got to go back to school. Well, she went to practice that night because school was over. My wife basically told the school, well, tell the fucking health department then because nobody's bothered to fucking ever contact us. It's a pandemic beyond. I saw a thing on Instagram today of one of the sheep in the world that, it's the worst virus that mankind has ever seen. But we can't take the time to make sure we do all the contact tracing and all that stuff for the worst virus we've ever seen. That's just beyond fucking stupid.
It's all fucking lies. It's all bullshit. Now, I'm not going to say that people aren't getting sick and they ain't fucking dying, but you know what? If those same people contracted pneumonia or got the fucking flu, would they still die? Because last I checked on DuckDuckGo, not Google, because they're suppressing that now, is our fucking yearly death rates have not gone up. Maybe a tick.
No, don't say that because they have gone up some. You gotta be careful on that one.
I seen the numbers.
I'm just telling you, that's the one that'll get us tossed. Because that's getting everybody tossed.
Really?
On every
God forbid.
fucking tech thing, Facebook, you name it.
Well,
Because they have gone up. I don't know what you were looking at. They have gone up because, have they gone up what they're telling us? I don't think so.
No.
But this thing is, and this may sound horrible, but it's taking out the people it's supposed to take out. The elderly and the vulnerable. The whole idea of making a smack-scene, look it up. Look up the history of them. I did it that one time on the measles. I'm not going to do it again. Basically, it comes out well after the thing has, happened for a number of years, and natural immunity has built up, and then the smack scene comes out to help protect in the future, which is why Have any of us ever gotten a measles booster? No. But you're supposed to get these boosters?
Why? In the middle of a pandemic, don't you know? Which, I don't know how many scientists have said that you're not supposed to come out with a vaccine in the middle of a pandemic. Because that's how you get variants. So now, this vaccine that's out now is for the virus that's no longer with us.
Well,
That's
Michael,
gone.
thanks for sharing the video.
The OG,
We tried.
the OG COVID virus, I guess, is gone, and now we're just dealing with all these other variants because we got this fucking vaccine that's going on in the middle of a fucking pandemic, which you're not supposed to do.
Well, and we're gonna go through this through the midterms, plain and simple.
Oh,
If you don't think so, you're an
mail-in
idiot.
voting. Don't go to the polls. You could get sick.
Yeah, Sean, you're right, Sean. 81 million votes, most popular ever. Fuck Joe Biden chants all over the place.
Fuck Joe Biden. And now that could be illegal.
You're right,
Have
Mike.
You seen that?
Yeah, good luck with
Get
that.
the fuck out of here. But meanwhile, for the last 4 years, you cocksuckers could say anything you fucking wanted about Trump. But now, if we're picking on some fucking Geritol motherfucker.
That's another problem with the PCR test there, Mike. You just brought it up. The ethylene oxide, which them fucking swabs are sitting in. So there's another possible lawsuit down in
Before
the
they
future.
fucking jabbed that telephone pole up my fucking nose at the VA, I still had the wherewithal to say, where was that fucking thing made? Because if she had said China, I'd tell her to try again.
William Hess wants to know if tomorrow is still good to come and visit.
All depends on the time, because the guy's got to work tomorrow. Have your mom text me. And I don't want to work
So I never did see whoever brought that up. What was the Arizona audit results? I'm sure it wasn't good, but
Well, they probably fucked it over.
all right, I'm back to where I'm supposed to be now because I'm at IH Farmer 81. The virus is scary and all, but I'll have you know I beat crabs at spring break Daytona in 1998. That was a terrifying time for me. Dude, you'd put that out in a public forum with 151 other people? I mean, come on.
Fuck it. Well, just imagine if years
That's
passed.
just funny.
If years passed, I just read off the numbers about the flu. I mean, back, what was it, 2012, we had 35 million people. What if they blew that up? What about tuberculosis? What if they blew that up?
No new news. They agreed with the Board of Supervisors. Yeah. Well, no, it's more like they're not going to show us what the results were.
Right. Because that would be, not with the narrative.
Betty Swain says she's from up north, says the schools up here want the kids to wear a 2-ply mask so they can't breathe. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Great.
Running up and down a basketball court or whatever. I mean, but if you can't handle it, then you shouldn't play the sport. So I'll guarantee you that a lot of impressionable kids will go home crying to mommy and daddy, and a lot of sheep mommy and daddies will just say, well, if it's the only way that I can get little Johnny and Jill to play, then we're gonna have to do it.
What's it gonna hurt?
It's like I've said to I don't know how many people, that talk about their jobs. I get it. We can't speak to this that well because we're both self-employed. I can tell you that I wouldn't take it. I'd quit.
quit.
I'd leave my job.
I'd tell them to fuck
And you
off.
can tell me you're a fucking lying asshole because you're not in that position. I'd be cool with you telling me that because
Yeah.
you're right. I'm not. But like my reply back to these people are, there's other jobs out there. Some not as good as what you got, some better than what you got. But there's jobs out there. You got one fucking life.
Yep.
God gave you one life. That's it. So
You want to roll the dice with that?
you want to be at 55 years old or whatever, taking a risk that in 10 years when you retire, your retirement sucks because you're majorly fucked up from something that they didn't have a clue what it would do to you in 10 years.
And you can't fucking sue anybody.
And exactly that part right there
Stand behind your
should
fuck.
tell you when Monsanto has paid out billions of dollars for these Roundup lawsuits, but yet the EPA, another government alphabet soup agency, has said and has it on their website, Roundup does not cause cancer.
Lies.
But yet they've already been, no, that's truth. Leave the farming thing alone. Roundup don't cause. If Roundup causes cancer, you ought to die soon because I've been spraying it all around your fucking house and every one of my
Well,
fields
my
for
weeds are
years.
still growing. then.
Jesus Christ. it's to me, it's mind blowing. I mean, same thing with kids.
Well, I mean, if it's so great,
You want to put
stand-
your kid into an experiment?
stand behind your product. Then why are you held not accountable? I don't understand it. Like Papa Joe there, when he's out, you always do that whisper thing. What else do you need? It's free. It's safe. Well, then have them stand behind their product then. So if there's ill effects, what if it, what if he, I watched the video tonight, this kid was making a TikTok from this fucking hospital bed.
Amanda, you knew, because I like you.
He was a fucking college student in his probably mid-20s. He was an athlete.
Etsky.
He's a fucking athlete. Didn't say what he was doing, but an athlete. So you're figuring, okay, 20-something-year-old kid in good health, athlete, got his second dose. 4 days later, he's in there with, what is that? It starts with an M.
Myocarditis.
Myocarditis at 20-something years old. 4 days after his second shot. Just coincidence.
All right, Etsky. Etsky's going to help out the crab guy's issues here.
Oh, okay. Penicillin?
Best way to kill crabs is spray with ether, light them up, then hit them with an ice pick when they're running. Well, I hope they're the fuck off your body before you start ice picking them.
That sounds a little painful.
Because, ouch.
And getting back to my wife's girlfriend, who's a nurse in a very prominent hospital in Pennsylvania, she is yet to see a healthy person come in with COVID. That means every person that she's seen on her floor had some sort of comorbidities and caught the virus. And then that virus put them over the edge and fucked them over. You're not seeing runners, you're not seeing, fucking triathlon folks or whatever, or people just give two shits about their health. I mean, I'm pretty active. I'm out in the sun all the time. I don't eat right, but I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm going to drink my beer. I'm going to eat my fucking bacon cheeseburgers. And I'm going to smoke cigarettes. Because you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore.
H.F. Brody, even with your exemption, you're still looking for another job, trying to start a business, being an owner-operator trucking locally in Central and Western New York.
Get her done, bud.
If you're on Instagram, DM me. If you're not,
get on there.
Go to the info page on any of my videos. My mailing address and my email address is on there. If you got an email, shoot me an email. There's a lot of grain hauling companies that are a lot of, like buyers that are looking for independent truckers to haul grain and stuff. I can
make that money.
I can hook you up with a few telephone numbers. So
hell yeah.
Simon Priestman, why can no one answer me one question? What is in this vaccine? I've asked numerous people in the medical job and they cannot or will not answer me. Exactly.
There's nothing even on the instructions.
Well, Simon, the other question that I keep asking, I asked our principal, where's the science packet that either the health department or the state or the federal government, where's the shit that they send you? Why do we not get it as parents and stuff? Right. Follow the science. Show me the fucking science.
What science? The political science? Go fuck yourself. I'm so glad my kids are done with school. I'd be losing my fucking mind. I thought I was losing my mind last year.
Yeah, well, for those of you watching, because I know Miss Veritatis, if I'm saying it right, I apologize again.
Can I read
for just Veritatis, something like that.
Veritatis.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong with Roundup, plain and simple. But yet we live in just look at everything. Buy a vehicle here in New York, and it's got its own special California emissions shit written on it. Buy anything. You can buy stuff in certain states that you couldn't buy in California because it's not good enough for them because they've gone so fucking far off the tree. I mean, it's just.
And look at what it's done to that state. How many car manufacturers have left that state? How many fucking manufacturers, period, have left that fucking state? I was watching, was it Jerry Elder? Is that his name? Jerry? Gary? Harry.
Farmer, that kid is 21 years old. Who are you talking about, Mike? H.F. Brody? Doesn't matter if he's old enough to drive, but.
You gotta be 21 to drive. You gotta be 21 to get a fucking commercial license in New York.
Mark Calmer says, Edsky left part of that out. You have to shave half the area first. Can we get off the crab thing? Holy fuck, man. Ugh.
Burn them down! That shaving part don't work from what I was told. Not from experience. Just fucking saying. Jesus Christ.
Alright, Carl says, I'm 53 years old, but what if you get COVID? Didn't you hear me? I'm 53 years old. Yeah.
You're 53? Holy fuck, we're old, man. God damn.
Amanda says, I've been here, I just changed accounts. But I like that you guys talk about this. I feel so silenced in my life. Well, we're glad you're here so you can feel unsilenced
I
with
talk
us.
this way all the time in public. I have zero fucks to give, and I've yet to run into anybody that's told me any different. I run into people all the time that have the same. Either they're like, "Oh yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but I just don't want to say it," or they're like, "Oh yeah, I agree with everything you got to say, but I'm kind of stuck, And like he just said, I own my own business, so people that are working for a company or whatever, I can't empathize with those people anymore.
Well,
I used to, but it's like you can still, it's still America, right? Speak up, fucking say something.
well, Michael,
If it's wrong, it's fucking wrong.
I hope you and Sally stay around for at least another 10 years then. No, HF Brody's 41, so that's not what you were talking about. Mike says the college kid with myocarditis. He was
Yeah.
21,
21.
Mike says.
You must have seen the same video. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Okay, Michael Sherman lives in California. That's right, Michael. I forgot you live in California. We cannot buy certain cars, chemicals, viruses. Well, I hope you wouldn't buy a virus. I don't know if you did something wrong there, but shower heads, blowguns, and many other things. It is total crap.
Oh my god. Shower head?
Shower head?
How's that gonna give you cancer?
But do you see what he's getting at? This is the fucking world that we're starting to live in, where none of us are smart. All of us should be like Mark and think that all of this, that's common sense.
Right.
Michael, you can't
That
have that
shower
shower
head's bad.
head
That shower head's
because
bad.
somebody way fucking smarter than you and has way more common sense than you made that rule because it's a common sense safety thing that you can't have that shower head. Oh my
What
God.
a fucking joke. That's what I keep saying. What a joke. It's a joke.
Lane, I made you a moderator. I went through the last live stream like a day or two ago and made a few more people blue. I'll probably do it again. I'm starting to catch up. So
I've never been a moderator.
that's because you're fucking here. Dipshit.
I was put in timeout twice.
Wow.
It's probably a good thing I got
Jackie
sick.
says kids can now have transgender surgery in California without parents' permission.
Oh my God.
Wow. Well, they want to try to do that with the jab too.
Yeah.
Make it so kids
Yep.
don't have
Yep.
to have parents'
Yep.
permission.
Yep. Look at what they did in Australia. They were gonna start rounding up kids and bringing them to some auditorium or whatever. without
Yep.
parents.
Well, Amanda, you made the perfect comment. Your dad and you are on the same page, but other people in your family, though, not so much. That's what it's doing. It's dividing families, friends,
Oh yeah.
communities, kids at school. Those of you that watch my Instagram.
I got.
My wife got a phone call from, one of the other kids' parents,
Oh.
bitching, and it's just, this is what it's doing. And then
you
they
serious?
talk about, on the local news tonight, before I came out here, the Syracuse City School District, superintendent was talking about violence in the schools. There's an uptick in that and all this stuff. And I remember the local news lady was talking about, uptick in road rage and all this stuff.
Yeah, people are pissed.
Do you not get it? Do you not see what this is doing? And it's doing exactly what they want it to do. Turning people against each other. Making violence. I mean, it's fucking insane.
I mean, I'm guilty because if you voted for Biden, go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. There's no more being nice or whatever. Fuck you. You're stupid.
But like I said about like in this county, we got between 77 and 78,000 people. Okay, they made a big to-do about how we're over 8,000, cases now.
What's the percentage?
But if we've only had 78 or 79, like I said, round it off, 8,080 deaths. We're still talking about a virus with a 99+% survival fucking rate. We are doing this to this country, to this world, like Australia and other places, for a 99% survival rate. And then you flip the coin to Israel,
Yeah.
who's now super vaxxed, and you see the shit that's going on there.
And now their vaccine passport is no good unless they got the booster.
And you can't say, let's back it up a little and realize that
And we got what, 20 or 30?
maybe we're going down the wrong road here.
20 to 30 other countries that said fuck you to the vaccine. They're using other ways of treatment, and they're on the uptick.
Michael, I just started giving people wrenches. Like I said, I went back in to the last video and picked out some of you. You're right, Timmy. When will someone stand up and lead us back to America?
Is
this senior or junior? I'm thinking it's senior.
Get a W. We need to fucking win. Like, when are we gonna get a win?
Varnishes, all right. Not viruses, varnishes. There's some varnishes they can't use the cap for. I thought that was a little fucked up, Michael.
I caused cats and rats after they were exposed for 20 days. So you can't have it in California. It's like Cadillac converters. I still cannot believe that how hot rodding is still a thing in California at this point.
No, Mark Calmer, you're not the Mark. No.
Yeah.
No. You all go back to the last live stream, to the comment section, and look for a person named Mark twice. One time there'll be like 7 or 8 replies because we went at it for a while. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see.
Mr. fucking put my dog on a chain because of common sense.
Yep.
Because, the government's fucking packed right full of common sense. It's the same government that gives $80 for a fucking toilet seat for the military. Because, common sense. Fucking retard.
Well, it's like, you all know that I love playing golf, so I'm a golf fan. So I was watching the Ryder Cup today, this afternoon before I come over here, and there was the previous 2 days, there was a, celebrity Ryder Cup thing. Now, this is just me telling you something. I have no idea any correlation between getting smaxinated or not, but the dude is, because he's done, PSAs about it. It's that, what was the character he played? Draco or whatever it was called in the Harry Potter movies, that Tom Felton or something like that is his name. He collapsed on the golf course during that celebrity golf tournament. He's 34 years old. For the past 2-3 months, he's been doing these PSAs because he's a celebrity, telling like the New York, children that they should get the dart and all this kind of stuff.
Coincidence.
Yeah, so it's probably just a coincidence that, a few months later, he goes flat out on a golf course that, draw your own conclusions. I'm not going to say there's a correlation because I have no idea.
And it just goes back to
But I'm just saying there's a lot of these people that are getting fucked up and nobody will tell you why. Oh, and by the way, Nicki Minaj, can't stand your music or anything, but...
Yeah. Here's one for you. She got kicked off of Twitter before the Taliban did. That ought to tell you something right there.
Yep. Yes, Miss Veritatis, Israel is on the 4th dart.
Yeah.
So how's that working?
Yeah, how's that working?
Get it to get your life back. 95% efficacy rate. But now, take your 4th one. Take your 4th one.
They get their lives back already. They're all over there fucking dying. I ain't no fucking day.
Senior, I thought it was you, Tim. Bill C., we need more harvest parties or block parties so we can get back together. Yep.
I don't.
Oh, and somebody asked earlier, I saw it, but I forgot, didn't answer. Probably mid to late next week, I think I'm going to start combining corn. I don't think there'll be enough beans. When I do beans, I want to do beans. So I don't want to do some and switch. So, but I got corn. I hand shelled some today that was 23%.
That corn across the road from my house is
Yep.
like the fucking, you can see, like, I'm not a farmer, but like the husks are like falling off the shit.
You're right, Arthur. Where are the Republicans? That's what I said earlier. Like here local. Where the fuck's the Republican and Conservative Party leaders? Where are they supporting the candidate, the Republican, the Conservative candidates that are running for town councils and the county legislature and all that?
Fucking pussies, that's what they are. They're sitting there collecting their fucking paycheck and doing nothing. That's what they're doing.
Well, Steve, I just read your comment and you just heard what I said. Probably next week. Handshelled son that was 23.
It's like a moisture thing.
Yeah. Carl says, I just had an idiot on here. Just thank Biden for his leadership during this horrible pandemic brought on by the previous administration. On here? Who was it?
What?
And why are they still here?
I love to talk to that fucktard. Yeah, he's done a great job. Real great. Yep.
Charlesworth Farm. Just bought a pair of pliers and had a warning that it may cause cancer in California.
Oh my God. Everything causes... Newsflash! Everything causes cancer. Biden has done what a fucking programmed idiot. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Trump was the end all be all because he was, every man has his fucking flaws, but Biden is a Geritol bumbling fucking puppet idiot. How many press conferences do you have to see where either he says, I'm not supposed to say anything anymore, or he just walks the fuck away? When did you ever see Trump do that? Trump was such a pompous asshole, he'd fucking walk over and just fucking
Or he gets his cheat sheet out and says, okay, I'm supposed to
Okay,
call
I'm supposed to
on,
call on, this fucking,
Susie Sally from
'cause
Sunshine
she has the
News.
softball question that I can answer because my brains are fucking, chocolate ice cream because that's my favorite.
Pudding brain.
Yeah. The guy should be in a home. Kamala Harris should be
Keith-
waiting tables at a fucking bar in fucking New York City.
Keith Robinson just said that his senator announced today that he was running for re-election, and he's 87 years old in Iowa.
Could he get a job?
Done nothing for the state
Could an
in decades.
87-year-old man get a job at Walmart?
What's up to
As
that,
a-
firms?
Could even stock shelves? Like some of you people wonder why we have these. I mean, I have nothing against older folks, obviously, but we have elderly fucking psycho fucking billionaires running this fucking country, and people are shocked at how it's fucking turning out. Hello, Jesus.
You're right, Dawson. They are the super spreaders.
Yeah, I think they're shedding that shit, man.
Rod Feister or Feaster, this is the left's way to give our country to China. They're buying our farm ground and buying our meat packing plants. Wake up, people. Exactly.
Yep.
I mean,
And they're selling us out. They're getting the payout. The politicians are getting the payout, and we're getting fucked. It's the usual. Usual Democrat. way
Carl
and-
says he
and
can
Republican.
multitask.
Bullshit.
You know, Joel, I wondered that too. Booster shots are made to try to reverse the issues brought on by the first darts. I wondered that too. If
What's
it's
in the booster?
well, if it's something different, yeah. Will they ever show us the ingredients of the booster?
Not till 20. We don't get.
Are
we
they
don't
bringing
get
this
any-
out saying, we fucked up on the early shit there. We better give,
We don't even get any information on the early shit until what is it, 2023? We'll just wait and see what happens. What is? Ugh, nope. Nope.
Yeah, Stephen Smith. The only thing in California that doesn't cause cancer is pot smoke. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Fuck yeah, bud. Jesus, that tank is kicking tonight. You're just used to it.
There are only 98 members on the Progressive Caucus. How do they hold so much power? Because they're loud.
Yep.
Because they go out and they just, we're called conspiracy theorists. When we do stuff like this, we're horrible, I had a fellow legislator that, we drink beer and smoke cigars and
Oh, God.
talk dirty language
Fuck!
and do all these kind of things. But the left just, it's the squeaky wheel gets the grease. they're fucking squeaky. They're getting the grease.
That and they've been programming these kids through
why I said,
schools and colleges or whatever.
I'm so fucking tired of that silent majority. Fuck you and your silent majority. It's time to stop being silent.
If it's fucking wrong, it's wrong. Say something already. Jesus Christ. Are you gonna die? Are they gonna kill you? Are they gonna slap your hand, take your fuck birthday away because you said something? I don't give a fuck what people think anymore. This is what I think. This is what I'm fucking saying. You don't like it? Then go fuck yourself.
I take that, Edsky. Okay, Lane Lockhart. If I remember, Lane, you're a youngster. Well, I'm talking little kid, but here in Canada, we just had an election and the same fucking asshole got elected. My parents voted conservative. Yep.
I wouldn't doubt y'all's elections are fucking fake too, man. From what the pillow guy said, every election that we've ever voted in our adult life has been fucking rigged. It just gives me.
Oh my God. Seriously, Michael, based on all the labels I have, 17 different forms of cancer.
Jesus Christ.
That's mentally ill right there.
But, you know, let's just jab an experimental drug in our arm. That's fine.
Randy Nyhoos is in.
Nyhoos?
You're getting towards the end of it, but you got here. You're right, Carl. Conversely, we have idiots like AOC, so old, young, stupid is stupid. Exactly. You know, the squad. The squad. Okay, those of you in Minnesota now, don't get mad, Rick, but because I know it's not your district and whatnot, but I mean, fucking Minnesota elected somebody from a terrorist country to be one of our congressional leaders. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, you know, there's people from that country that are on our terrorist lists. And now she's part of the squad. And she wears the garb and all that stuff. I mean, I'm just saying.
People did something on 9/11. That's how she described it.
So here's my question. If an American woman goes to Afghanistan, they probably better wear, the burqa, the whole face thing.
Well, they get stoned.
But yet anybody can come to this country
and just push their
and not have to worry about doing what we do in this country. Because that's the freedoms of this country. That's the freedoms of choice and everything. So basically the only freedom of choice you don't have is to do something the opposite of what the left wants you to do.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's what all you suburban housewives got us, male and female, when you didn't vote for Trump.
It's all bullshit. I mean, there's a lot of countries that don't fucking sign on to that shit, and they're doing just fucking fine. No illegal immigrants. You gotta speak the language. There's no bringing your culture and all that bullshit over. Nope. Either you conform or get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, girl. You can't buy certain things in California, but taking a shit in the street is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep. Or going in and getting your free. You can go into a clinic and shoot your fucking drugs up. So, you know, they'll give you a free clean needle to shoot your drugs up. That's fine too. What a fucking joke. How many times I gotta say it? It's a fucking joke.
Rod Feaster says, Jimmy, you have to stop breaking the seal. Once you start, you can't
I know,
stop.
I'm telling you. I got no man bladder. I can't.
I know, Carl. You can't gender people and say male and female. That's just not.
Unless you're talking about COVID statistics, and then that's.
Apparently, there's 70 of them.
Yeah, I identify as an M1.
Well,
Abrams tank.
White's not a culture neither, according to that black girl at ASU.
No.
We're not a culture.
That just shows the uneducation of the youth of this fucking country. I watched this one video. I think it was California. Don't quote me. People are on the street asking strangers, microphone, camera, asking strangers what Joe Biden's big deal he did before he was president. What did Joe Biden do, or what position did he hold before he was president? And you would not believe the number of people that had no fucking clue that he was vice president for fucking 8 years. Or they was a senator for 40 plus fucking years and never signed the front of a fucking paycheck and never missed one, by the way. How many of you folks have ever missed a fucking paycheck? This cocksucker working for the government forever never missed a paycheck, and he's just he's it. He's the new Messiah.
Miss Veritas is as smart as my smart dad would say, have to give chopsticks to someone here, but you go in the middle of Hong Kong and try asking for a fork and knife. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we're the melting pot. Well, it's going to get to the point that there's going to be numerous airports that you can't go to in this country and understand anything that anybody's saying there that's working there. It's already that way in New York City. It's
Well, then just add the fucking smack scene to it. I mean, right
We're-
now, neither one of us can fly anywhere. Fucking in the country or out of the country, for that matter.
that's why I bought a half ton.
Fuck it.
Put a fucking tonneau cover on it to throw the luggage under
For
it.
those
We're
of you who
driving.
don't follow me on my page, I mean, I just did a video the other week. Me and the wife jumped on the bike and went down to Gettysburg. It was like 2019 down there. No signs in the fucking doors. No one asking about bullshit. There was one 20-something-year-old white girl standing at the Lincoln Square in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, holding up a sign that said, "Tear down Confederate statues, even in Gettysburg," while she was wearing a Black Lives Matter fucking face diaper outside on a day that was like 80 fucking 5 degrees outside. And if I could ever give someone a look that emulated screaming, "What the fuck are you doing?" that was pretty much what I did to her. Didn't say nothing. I just gave her a look as we fucking scooted by on a fucking Harley.
Stephen Smith, I didn't hear about this, but I could believe it. You say there was a company that processed turkeys or chickens that hired a bunch of Muslims, never worked one single day, and sued the company because they weren't allowed to pray. Wonder what's wrong with this. Yeah. I could.
We ain't got time for praying.
You're right, Mark Calmer. Sniffy Joe was the biggest racist in the Senate ever. Just go back and look at some of the speeches that fucktard
He said
made.
the N-word with the hard R on the Senate floor back in the day, but that's fine. You know, we gotta go back 10 years on Twitter fucking
Oh,
comments.
but Jackie, if Sleepy Joe owes $500,000 in taxes, IRS won't do anything.
Nah.
They're too busy trying to go after Trump
Right, we gotta see his tax.
and all of us for any,
Oh, yeah.
anything over a $600 transaction.
Yeah, fuck you. My old lady's pulling all her fucking money out of the bank if I can deal with cash.
Yeah, you're right, Rick. The pot is fucking melting, all right.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about racism and shit or whatever, and everything's about slavery in America. It was so. I mean, yeah, it was bad. But you know what? Every single country, every single ethnic group. I mean, Christ Almighty, the American Indians enslaved other American Indians. Everyone did it.
Yeah,
It's called history. It's in the past. There's slaves right now
learn from it.
in Africa.
Shit.
It's 2021,
Look
and
at-
there's African slaves in Africa. Where's fucking BLM on that shit?
Why do you think everything says made in China? You don't think there's slaves in China?
That 13-year-old kid's building that shit. Slave labor. They don't have the labor laws that we have.
Carl, you're exactly
Oh,
right.
there's nobody fucking running up, no fucking 20-something-year-old white girl running up the fucking down the street with a fucking sign about that, are they?
Poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
Yep.
Yep.
Good job, Joe. 81 million votes. I'll tell you what, that's the most quiet I've ever heard 81 million people ever fucking be lately. Go fuck yourself.
What do we got in? Because Jimmy's thing still says 0. 149 with 155 thumbs up. So we must add at least 155 in at one time.
Damn. It's like we come here every 2 weeks and we beat the same fucking dead horse every fucking time. There might be like something even worse than the fucking news between the 2 weeks that we fucking come back here. But
Well,
God damn it.
the only good part about it is I can't remember who it was that made the statement about how you got nobody to talk to about this shit.
I
guess if once every couple weeks you can come in here and
Everyone I run into though has the same, like, all my customers. I have new customers monthly. Same fucking, same brain, same thought process. Yep, voted for Trump, whatever. Again, back to the ride down to Gettysburg. Those of you that don't follow my channel, me and the wife took all back roads from upstate New York to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and all we seen all the way down were Trump flags. Where are the 81 million fucking retards that voted for this Geritol cocksucker? How come they're not promoting their guy? They're not proud of what's going on? I'm confused.
might be why his approval rating is so low.
I take that back though. We did see two Biden flags, but they said fuck Biden. And then somebody just outside of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, bought an entire fucking billboard of the meme with Papa Joe's head on a fucking Taliban cocksucker holding the RPG saying, make Afghanistan great again. So you're telling me this asshole got 81 million fucking votes? The fuck out of here with your bullshit. I mean, you still think he's doing a good job, you're a fucking retard.
And if you still think everything's being done as, common sense safety measures,
Fuck you and your fucking
you can get
college.
the fuck out of here
Your
too.
college common sense has been polluted. Go fuck yourself.
I don't do this for subscribers or any kind of rating, so
I don't give
you
a
can
shit.
fucking find the door if you're in that category. You're not gonna hurt my feelings
I could
any.
have 2 people fucking listen to me. I don't give a shit. That's just my opinion and my views, the way I see shit. 20 years in the military, I got a little bit of disdain towards the government because I know the government fucks shit up
You are
on
right.
the daily.
You are right, IH Farmer 81. They're living in the big cities, Jimmy. That's the problem. That's where most of them are.
Well, same here in fucking New York, man. I'll be honest with y'all. The first time I ever voted, my wife, God, she's the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. Because I used to complain. She's like, well, did you vote? I was like, no. She's like, then you need to shut the fuck up. If you didn't fucking vote, then you got no reason to fucking complain. So the very first time I ever voted, was in 2016. Guy was still wearing a fucking uniform, and I was scared shitless if that fucking Hillary fucking killer cunt was gonna fucking win the presidency. Didn't like Trump at the time, but you know what? I weighed the fucking options and said, I'm just gonna go with this guy and hope for the fucking best. And you know what? Things got really good. And for my life, by that time, I owned my own business. Taxes were down, gas was down, materials was down, and fucking work was banging. Because people had money to spend on their house or whatever. So I got busy. Why wouldn't I like that? I'm sure his fucking prices went down for fucking shit that he's got to buy for farming and all that. Everyone's shit went down.
Yeah, now they're going up dramatically.
Prosperous, remember that one time, America first? I can't remember where I was even going with this.
Geez, Josh, if there's somehow you can take a picture of that boat and send me a picture of that would be cool. He says there's a guy in my town who did a vinyl wrap on his boat of Trump that come out super badass, and he hasn't gotten any complaints and has been in the water since May.
Yeah, I've yet to run into a fucking
Mike O'Reilly says, tell them,
progressive
Jimmy.
fucking retard. Like that girl, that 20-something-year-old girl was the closest I ever got. And I didn't say 2 words to her. I just gave her I was on the bike, so it didn't really help out. But, like, what are those people, like, what world are you living in?
All right, so SU Tom, because I know you're local, obviously.
SU.
Well, and I think you said you were Auburn last time. 66% of people in Cuyahoga County have a high school diploma or equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, out of those 66%, what's the percentage of them that actually have some fucking common sense?
Oh,
Because that's what I want to know.
that's what I was getting to. Whoever said about the cities. Who said it?
I can't remember.
So, yeah, getting back to me voting. So, okay, I voted in 16 for my first time, and I won. Because I used to be a Patriots fan, so I was used to just winning all the time. So then 2 years later, we got the governor fucking election for fucking New York State. You know, and we got the murderous sexual predator Cuomo coming up for re-election in, 18. So me and the wife truck our asses down there and we vote, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna fucking win. Get fucked. And then I looked at the map of New York State. You know, red, blue, Albany, fucking bright blue, New York City, bright, all the cities, every fucking time, and even with the presidential election, every fucking time, I don't understand these city people. I just don't get it. I mean, do they not like freedom? Do they not like, making money instead of spending more money? I just don't understand their programming. Like, maybe they need to come out to the country and breathe a little bit of fresh air
Glad
and
you
get
did,
their,
Lane.
get their fucking senses back or something. I don't understand it. Like, I've always been, always in the country. I've never lived in the city. The one time that I ever went to New York City was for 9/11. And trust me, that wasn't a good trip. And I just still don't understand. And there's a lot of concern. When I was down there talking to firemen and EMS guys and shit, man, and we're still on the same wavelength. Like, I just don't get that how or why they keep voting that way.
You're right, Simon. People around the globe need to get their heads a shake and wake up, and best be pretty damn quick. Yeah, Charlesworth Farm. We talked about that earlier about the military. If they don't get their shots, they're supposedly going to get dishonorable discharge.
They are. There's no supposedly. They are. It won't be dishonorable. It's just a discharge under honorable conditions and be like, failure to adapt or whatever. I've had guys that got discharged under that back in the day, which is, it's just, I call it a purge.
Keith Robinson says he never ever gets the votes they say he did, and your wife is right. You don't vote, fuck you.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. And she's the reason why I'm sitting here now. I was that silent majority that didn't even fucking vote, that just complained or whatever. My dad was the same way. And now me and my dad will sit here and have conversations and be like, I almost wish I could go back to being that fucking retard with his head in the fucking sand that just didn't know why gas went up. Now I know why gas goes up. Now I know why lumber goes up and how we're getting fucked.
Mike says he did the same thing to keep that skank Hillary out. Full send. Rule always votes red. Well, yes and no. The problem is when your rural leaders sit back and don't say a fucking thing.
Don't do nothing.
I'm starting to see rule around here getting a blue tint to it, and
well, look at
that's
the school.
Scary.
Look at the fucking school we got here. We're in podunk, fucking nowhere, fucking New York, and that school is fucking blue as fuck. All of them goddamn teachers. If they're not, then they're closeted conservatives that don't say a fucking word, and all they're worried about is their goddamn job.
You're absolutely right. Where the hell did they go, Mark? 6 of 63 counties in New York voted Cuomo, 13 for Biden. The Electoral College need to be stat level. Each county gets one vote. Yep. And Gary Falls, you're right. The politicians hand the money out to the city people, which is why they're busing these illegals all across the country and dumping them off into red cities, red areas, to turn them blue.
But it ain't about that, right? Sure it ain't. Bullshit! It's all fucking lies. But in the last deployment I was in, that I did in 2014, my roommate was a sergeant first class, and his answer to everything was yes and all lies. So everything it's all lies. It's all lies. Everything is a lie.
You're exactly right, Rick. In all fairness, on 9/11, nobody cared. We all band together to show the world who we are, and we aren't taking shit. 20 years later, look what we've done. The entire country should be ashamed.
Yep. I've said this a number of times. I wish we could go back to September 12th of 2001. No one cared about your ethnicity, your race, your sexual
What's
fucking
up, Nicholas
orientation,
Feeney?
whatever. Everybody had an American flag hanging off their fucking house. You know, he said it in one live stream. You know, neither one of us really gave it two shits about New York City prior to that, but after that, you know, we're all New Yorkers. You know, my unit, Carl was you know, was with me when we went down there, and I mean, we were all chomping at the bit to go down there to do something because we were all pissed off. You know, this is what happened. Blah 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 blah. I mean, everybody knows what had happened, and we were glad and we were excited and wanted to be there. Now, once we got there, things might have been a little bit different story because I can't even to try to explain to you folks what that place was. It'd be like if any of y'all been to the Grand Canyon and tried to explain what the Grand Canyon looked like to somebody that's never been there. That's about the same because there's no can't explain that place at that time. And now, because I don't have the smack scene, I can't even go down to the, the memorial or whatever and be even in the city. I haven't been there since. So, and it's been 20 fucking years, which is crazy. Seems like it was fucking just a couple of years ago to me.
Yeah, Dawson, I saw that too, that our wonderful new governor says in a few years we're doing away with all the gas vehicles,
Yeah, okay.
going to fully electric.
Sure.
Good. Let's see that happen.
Yeah. We're like a California 2.0.
You're right, Gary. That's how Trudeau won. He paid off the city people with subsidies, including the media. Yep. Well, Lane, you were born in 2005, so you weren't around for 9/11.
Holy fuck.
But everybody should learn about it and respect it and never forget it, is how it should work.
3,400 people just went to work that day.
And didn't come home.
Didn't come home.
And some of which have never come home, technically.
No.
Because they've never even found enough remains to bury them.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people that didn't come home.
Anyone that ever gets a chance, I'm not touting Albany, trust me. I'm not saying go down to Albany and go through the fucking Capitol building. I have. But between the Capitol building and some of them like memorials and stuff, there's an underground, you wouldn't even know it's there if somebody didn't tell you. But there's an underground museum there that's got a great, I mean, it starts from the time of the mastodons, the prehistoric shit, all the way to today. And they got a one full wing about 9/11. And the shit that I spent most of my time in there. And I was reading about how after they took all the debris, they'd put it on like a conveyor belt that ran slowly. And people would just pick through it. Found a wallet, found a key, found a finger, found a toe, found something that they could say Jane Doe or John Doe was obviously there and they died, obviously their name in the wallet or whatever, or a finger that they could identify somebody by. So those families had some sort of closure. But can you imagine working on that fucking line? Sifting through that debris to find that shit.
Well, I'll just give you a little, I call them the death squad. So the last post that I had for the last almost 10 days was it. So we had multiple checkpoints where you had to show ID to get to the site. I was on the very, very last checkpoint. So if you gotten all the way to me and your ID wasn't legit, then the boys up the street done fucked up, which most of the time did not happen. And we had the night shift, so we worked from 2100, 9 p.m. at night to whenever fucking Alpha Company decided to get there. Carl, you'll concur with that, because they just couldn't figure out the ferry schedule. But at any rate, I call them the death squad because I'm a Harley guy. So when you knew it was when they were pulling either an FDNY, an NYPD, or Port Authority and I only want to call them bodies because they were two 110-story blenders. So if they found a turnout coat with remnants in it, or pants, or boots, or whatever that was, got a full honor guard like escort out from the site. So the Harley Davidsons would go down, so we would already be tuned up and know something was going on. So there'd be 6 NYPD Harley Davidsons would head down towards the site past me, and then there would be 3 in the front, whatever ambulance. So it needed to be FDNY, and they had their own buses, which was kind of cool. And then there would be 3 behind it. And I'm telling you, when I was down there, I ended up getting deployed down there 10 days after they fell down, and that was like a city within a city. There was just constant noise, there was constant movement, shit was going on all the time. When that death squad would go down and pick up whatever, everything fucking stopped.
Becky says you need to go see the memorial sometime.
Yeah.
And Arthur says that he was one of the guys who set up the screeners that went to 9/11 site. Oh yeah? Yeah, I stayed in that.
What street were you on?
I stayed in that wing and watched that because it was. I mean, they had some of the steel I-beams that were just.
Mangled.
Part of it was still looked like it was brand new and could be used. Part of it was just burnt and mangled. There was a partially crushed fire truck that was sitting obviously too close and shit come down on it. I mean, it's an interesting museum to start with, but that wing made it even more interesting.
But to get back to the point, it's too bad that I said this before I got out of uniform. I told some of my, some of the folks that I worked with, we need another 9/11. And they would give me this look like, why would you want Americans to die? And obviously I don't want Americans to die, but I want the 2001 September 12th America. Right now we are so divided on so many gender and vaccine and non-vaccinated and race and this and that and just name it now.
Nicholas Feeney,
Phoenix, yes.
I got pictures if you want them, Jim.
Of what?
I don't know. He just says I
You
got pictures if you want them, Jimbo.
He wasn't there. He was a wee lad when 9/11 happened.
I don't know what he's talking about. What pictures?
Well, what pictures, Phoenix?
Lisa Goodale says, went to well now for bronchitis. I know my body. Told me I had COVID. Test came back negative. Had bronchitis. Wouldn't listen to me.
Shocker.
Urgent care listens. The place to go. Well, they want to make everything.
Everything's going.
COVID.
You got to pad them numbers.
Devin, you're finally getting here. What school function were you at? Was it more important than this? Because I'm ready to leave. We're already 5 minutes over.
We're fixing it. Shut it down. Where you been?
Arthur said he set the catwalks onto the screeners here in Connecticut. Never went to the site. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was right. Yeah.
Exactly, Edsky. Electric will probably go like LPG vehicles did 10 years ago. Not very good. We had a propane truck in our county fleet forever that I kept arguing, why don't we sell this piece of shit? Nobody uses it. And I think we finally did for pennies on the dollar.
Shocker.
Arthur says, don't leave, Andy. I gotta get up early in the morning. I'm going golfing.
We got shit to do. Oh, yeah.
I gotta get a couple more rounds of golf in before harvest starts next week.
I gotta go fucking tear apart a roof and figure out why it's fucking leaking.
I gotta be 45 minutes away from here for 7:30 tea time.
Tea time.
Plus, I want to go watch the end of the SU game. Anybody local watching the SU game? What's the score? Carl says, thanks to 9/11 and the Patriot Act, it takes an act of God to open a bank account for expats. Yep. Devin says, getting a wagon ready for the homecoming parade next Friday and for my cross-country meet in the rain tomorrow morning. Well, at least you're getting your homecoming.
All right.
Because you don't live in communist New York State.
Yeah.
Where the schools don't stick up for their kids. They just act like sheep and do whatever they're told from the upper class.
We're just trying to keep everyone safe.
David, oh, you are in, David. You haven't said anything tonight. SU's up 14-0. Joel says later, boys. Mike's leaving. He's got to work in the morning. All right, so we're gonna end it.
Shut her down.
Says we had 173 thumbs up at one point in time, so
Pretty good. Let's see what we got.
probably won't be back in 2 weeks because it's that time of year. So I'm just telling you.
Guys, do some corn.
If we are, we'll give you a little heads up. If we're not, he can do something.
I can do something. I can still do the back door.
May not see you for maybe a month or so, but we'll see how it goes. So, all right. Later, everyone.
See y'all later. Yeet, yeet.